LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, folks, quick announcement. To the person that I gave the interview to, yes, your interview will be here. It'll be uploaded today. For some reason, YouTube did not like the music that I put in the video, and YouTube didn't like a lot of things about that particular interview for some reason. But they decided to take the music off of my whole video. So, and without the music, it just kind of ruins the intro. So, I will definitely have that uploaded today, change music, and it'll be fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get into this video, because a lot of you have been sending me messages. Coach, did you hear about Holly Holm fighting Germaine Randamie? Coach, what do you think? Coach, what is your prediction? Coach, when are you going to drop a power chart? Coach, man, we got to hear what you got to think about this. Okay, well, you guys, you don't have to wait no longer, okay, because the coach is going to tell you what the coach is thinking. Okay, so listen, this video is not a reflection of Germaine Randamie. In fact, I'm giving Germaine Randamie a lot of props in this video, because she's a very hard-working, tough fighter, man. This girl works hard. And Germaine Randamie is one heavy-handed woman. And I'm talking about this girl got knockout power, straight up. She got a lot of knockout power, and she's vicious. She's very vicious in that octagon, man. And, she just beats these people down, man. And Germaine Randamie goes hard all 3 to 5 rounds. She's coming at you. So for Holly Holm, for people thinking that this is going to be an easy fight for Holly, this not. This, in my opinion, I think Germaine Randamie could probably pull the upset. But I'll break down my power chart and explain to you guys why when I get a moment. Y'all notice I'm riding because I'm working. I'm always working, and I can't catch a break to sit in front of the laptop. But I think Germaine Randamie could actually pull the upset. I mean, honestly, the blueprint on how to beat Holly Holm in the octagon is out. It pretty much is, okay? You can win against Holly Holm in 2 different ways, okay? One, you got to be a superb wrestler, or, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or Judo, whichever one that you have, whichever one's available to you. You got to be superb. But you can't just have these abilities with no foot movement. If you don't have any foot movement, then Holly Holm is going to pick you apart. See, that's the key thing. You got to have foot movement. And if you can have foot movement and catch Holly Holm at angles with your wrestling and grappling ability and takedowns, Holly Holm is a sitting duck. I mean, I'm telling you. Or the second way to beat Holly Holm is if you are a very good counterpuncher. Because I noticed Holly Holm, the fights that she's lost when she was a boxer, she got put to sleep by a counterpuncher. Like literally, Holly Holm was inside of the ring, half her body, and half her body was outside the ring. Holly Holm got put to sleep. But she's had problems with counterpunches. I noticed anybody that's a counterpuncher, you step in the ring octagon with Holly Holm, you're going to have success. That's just how it is, because when she gets countered, Holly Holm begins to use her jabs as rangefinders instead of actually making them land, because she'll revert to start trying to score a lot of points. And if you're busy enough, the judges will give you the rounds. And see, Holly's smart. She's been in boxing a long time, and she knows how the system works, okay? And I'm just saying, you Holly Holm fans, I know, Coach, you sitting here ripping Holly. I'm really not. I'm telling you the obvious, okay? Like, if you guys ever know anything about fights and fighting, then those of you that understand, that know about how the art of a fight works, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And that's just the way that is, And she'll revert. And she's has a difficult time with counterpunches, man. Like, she struggles. They give her a hard time. See, people like Ronda, who her ground game is very good, but see, Ronda Rousey did not have the footwork. She didn't have the foot movement to deal with Holly Holm. So what was Holly doing? Holly was slipping a lot of stuff, man. Holly was like getting out of situations. And Holly moved around the ring, tired Ronda out, and then pretty much knocked out. But see, Holly is a sitting duck, especially to a wrestler, because see, what Miesha Tate did, and it was very effective. Miesha Tate waited for Holly to start committing those jabs. And then Miesha Tate changed levels and took Holly down. She did it, she did it repeatedly. And Holly Holm didn't have an answer for it. And once Holly's on her back, that's it. Like, she's actually, and I was shocked that somebody so strong, like her ground defense or her submission defense is not as good as I thought it would be. But you pretty much, if you take Holly to the ground, you pretty much got her. That's just how it is. Like, you got her. And here's the thing, though, see. Here's the thing. So now let's fast forward, okay? So Cyborg is pissed off Okay, they got an inaugural 145-pound division. Now, Chris Cyborg did come out to say, you know what, I can't fight again until March. And this is because of the weight cuts. But Chris Cyborg tried to make the fight with Holly Holm. They tried to make that fight well before all this went down. They tried to. But, the problem was, it wasn't Holly Holm. Because, see, I told y'all, I reported to y'all that Holly Holm actually came out at one point and said, I want to fight Chris Cyborg at the full 145-pound weight limit. See, Holly Holm said this. Holly said it without a shadow of a doubt. But, see, then, her camp. You know what they started doing, man? Like the Winkeljohn, Mike Winkeljohn, they started talking Holly out of it. Like, look, this is suicide. Why fight Cyborg? So then they said they fight at 140 pounds. Then they backtracked and said, no, we'll fight her at 138 pounds, which they know Chris Cyborg ain't making 138 pounds. And they know Chris Cyborg can barely damn well make 140 pounds. I mean, that's just the way that is. She ain't making 140 pounds no more. She done. She can't do it, okay? And she probably would if she can have a super fight with Ronda, and I think that's the only fight that Chris Cyborg will drop back down to 140. Matter of fact, that's what she said, okay? All of this is not, all of this is not uncommon knowledge, okay? This is knowledge that we should know. And if you don't know, well, I just told you again, okay? So, here it is. Cyborg pissed. And, again, if I'm Cyborg, I would be upset. Because this is a division that you kept trying to make. Okay, you kept wanting, you were begging for this division to get made, and it didn't get made, and now it's getting made. And so Dana White, they're trying to make it seem like that Chris Cyborg, okay, they're making it seem like Cyborg didn't want any fights, and that's not true. She did. But she was so depleted, man, her health had gotten bad because of those weight cuts. And the doctor, this is not Cyborg doing this, her own doctor told her, look, you need some time to recover. People, that's just how it is, okay? And she's doing exactly what she needs to do. And she said in March, I'm ready to go. She said, I'll take anybody on. Chris Cyborg never turned down any fights, ladies and gentlemen. She didn't turn down, and whatever Dana White's saying, it's a lie. It's a straight up lie. She didn't turn down the fights. See, here's the thing. When Dana White came out and said that, Chris Cyborg turned down fights, hell, we already offered her fights. Chris Cyborg had already said she couldn't fight again until March. Check the dates. And so Dana comes out after the fact when Chris said that, oh, well, I can't fight. I can't fight again until March. Trust me. That's just the way that is. So now fast forward, okay? If I'm Holly Holm, I would be thinking real hard about getting the hell out of the Winkeljohn camp. I mean, I just would. And, I know Winkeljohn, those guys, they're world-renowned. They got all these years of experience. But you mean to tell me that these guys with all that experience, they can't work on Holly's weaknesses? They can't get Holly, doing a lot of grappling, a lot of grapple quests, those tournaments that Miesha Tate, they do. A lot of these MMA stars, they do these grapple quest tournaments. They do them. But for some reason, Holly Holm, I guess that's not a priority. They choose, and yeah, this is what she is, y'all. Holly Holm is a kickboxer that does MMA. Folks, I'm just telling you that's just the way that is. She's a kickboxer that does MMA. Who got the potential, if they really worked that ground game, Holly Holm would be almost unstoppable. But see, you can't punch and kick your way to victories on the top level in mixed martial arts. It's no way. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to eventually know how to grapple. See, for a lot of opponents, you'll be able to punch and kick, and you'll be able to win, because some opponents just don't want to take it to the ground. But see, when you start getting into these top opponents in the world, they're going to mix it up. They're going to do a lot of everything. And see, you're not going to be able to get away with some of the things that you do. That's the beauty of mixed martial arts. It's the beauty of it. Because every opponent is different. No opponent is exactly the same. But no opponent is going to have enough stupidity to sit there and trade with Holly Holm. They ain't going to sit there and do it. The Bullet did it, but the Bullet was a superior counterpuncher. So she was able to do these things, and she was successful. But an average fighter with some kind of takedown, who can do takedowns, they're not going to stand with Holly Holm. And, you would think that they know that. You would think that they would go out and really start aggressively working this ground game and making that a strength. She's not too old to learn. I hear people say, well, Holly too old. You know what? And if I'm Holly Holm, if I had a coach like that didn't believe, because an athlete they know when you don't believe. You know, if I'm Holly Holm coach, if it's me, if it's Coach Shelton Harrison, I'm going to say, Holly, we're going to work on everything because you're going to get in the ring, you're going to get in that octagon, and you will beat Cyborg. There's no taking a weight cut. You're going to go in there and you're going to put Cyborg down. You're going to be the first person to put Cyborg out. Because I believe in you. I'm your coach. I'm your trainer. I'm your mentor. I believe in what you got to do. I believe what you need. I know what you need. I know what your lives is. I know that you are a warrior. And I will train the warrior within you. And that warrior within you will win. And that's just the way that is. See, that's what I tell Holly Holm. I ain't going to be her damn trainer and advise her not to take a tough fight. A fight with a woman who everybody's afraid of just about. I ain't going to advise her against that. I'm going to say, Holly, we're going to walk into that fire. We're going to walk into that fire. We're going to walk into that fire. And we're going to face that fire. And we're going to extinguish that fire with a bucket of water. Is what we're going to do, Holly. See, that's what Winkeljohn should have been telling Holly Holm. Nah. They told her, I'm going to advise you not to fight Chris Cyborg. I'm going to advise you not to fight Chris Cyborg. Are you serious? Are you serious? You got a warrior in Holly Holm. This girl, Holly is just sitting there. Holly is waiting. She's like a sponge. I mean, one of the most coachable athletes in mixed martial arts is Holly Holm. That's a coach's dream, y'all. But to have the people that you with sit back and they don't even believe that you can get it done. Because, folks, I don't care what you say. We can say that Chris Cyborg is a big girl. You know what? Holly Holm is a big woman. Holly's a big woman. She has problems sometimes making that 135-pound weight. I'm not trying to hit at y'all. Basically, do you think I can win the fight? See, that's what it boils down to. And her team just told her. I don't think so. You can cover it up. You can say, well, we're doing this. And Holly. No, you can cover up whatever you want to cover it. But the truth is, they don't think she can win. Or they'll think that she'll get in there and get messed up so bad. Like they literally think that Holly would get in there and get totally wrecked so bad that it could be a career ender. Damn. I'm glad they're not my coaches. I'm sorry. I know some people love Winkeljohn. I know y'all love, but no, sorry. Because if you're telling me that I can't master a challenge, if you're telling me that I can't fulfill my destiny as a fighter and I can't go fight the best, whoever's out there, I can't go fight them, then why are you training me to fight the people that are not the best? And this is no knock on Germaine. This is no knock on Germaine de Randamie. This is not a knock on her. Because this is an opportunity of a lifetime. But see, Holly Holm had the opportunity of a lifetime to fight the person who everybody say that nobody can beat. That nobody. Now, where's the attitude? Where is that? See, where's that attitude like Jarena JoJo Bars? She said, I'll fight Cyborg. She volunteered to fight Cyborg. And yeah, granted, it was a Muay Thai matchup, but you got some mixed martial artists that won't even fight Cyborg in Muay Thai. They wouldn't do it. Hell, these people probably wouldn't fight Cyborg in a boxing match. I'm just saying, y'all. I'm just telling y'all. I'm telling y'all the way it is. That's a foul move by the Winkeljohn camp. It's foul. And I tell you this right now. That's going to negatively affect Holly Holm. Whether you like it or don't like it, you sit down and you listen to it, because that's the truth. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.